Okay, I'm going to shoot a quick video here on how to breed leopard geckos, or pretty much our method that we use here at our facility slash house. First of all, obviously you want to have a female and a male. Learning how to sex them is pretty easy, but you'll be surprised how many times people make mistakes. I've had guys email me saying, my male won't mate with my female, and he has the little spores on his stomach, and it turns out that same male ends up laying eggs for him. So I'm going to post pictures at the end of the video with illustrations of males and females. Sorry for the noise, my dishwasher is running on the side. But yeah, what you want to do is make sure you have a male and a female. Male is going to have femoral pores on the back side of the hind legs, preanal pores in a V shape right before the vent, and the telltale sign you have a male is 2 bulges at the base of the tail. Now, like I said earlier, you can actually have a female that shows small spores. They're going to be smaller than the males, but they will still have them. The one thing you need to look for, like I said, is the bulges. 2 bulges at the base of the tail. Like I said, a female could have small tiny pores, but a female will never have the bulge. It's like nuts, okay? Female can't have nuts, period. Alright, once you determine you have the 2 opposite sexes, male and female, you got to make sure they're the right size. You know, people always ask, what's the breeding age? Well, it really isn't necessarily an age. It's more of a weight, a healthy body weight. I don't know, 40, 45, 50 grams or whatever is usually the safe bet. The males will mature quicker than females, obviously. I had a male who was like 6 months old trying to mount one of my females during when I was cleaning cages one day. So, yeah. Once you get your sex is determined, you got to have a cage set up similar to this or whatever works for you. It's a 28 quart Sterilite tub. Basically, we have food, calcium, and vitamin mixture, and then some water. Inside, we have 2, sometimes I put 3, depending on the number of females, lay boxes. All it has is that moist coconut fiber stuff. And then we have, obviously, the animals. There's a female, and, sorry about the shaky camera, another female, and then, get off, and then our male. When you have those components, a male and a female, they should breed. Breeding season, it's pretty much a range of months. I think it's like February, something like that, till October. My animals started breeding very early. They started like in the end of January, and then it's middle of August here, and they're already tailing off breeding. I only have a few animals that are still producing eggs. You'll notice the male when you put him in with the females. If the female is ovulating, which I'll attach a picture of ovulating female as well, you'll see 2 dots on her stomach, white or pinkish. He'll try to attempt to mate right away. If the female's ready, she'll reciprocate it, and she'll lift her tail, allowing the male to get under there and do his business. But if she's not ready, she'll fight him off. And it could look pretty brutal, but you got to let them do it because that's the way nature works. And sometimes you'll even notice some war wounds on the female. She'll be all cut up, but it's the way it's supposed to go down. There's no romantic candlelight dinners with leopard geckos. They pretty much just tax. So anyway, you can leave them in there year round, but I don't like to do that because then I don't know who's laying what. So once I'm pretty sure they've mated, they've been in together for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or sometimes I leave them in there until I notice the female is starting to dig, I'll separate them. Like I have some females here. Basic setup, still the same thing. Hide box, food, water, vitamins, calcium. That way, I know the male's not stressing them out, trying to overbreed. I'll see she's digging, so I'll probably have some eggs from her again. That's what I was saying. You'll see dirt kicked out, and you'll see a lot, like a shitload of dirt will be kicked out, and that's when you start looking for eggs, because a lot of people cut their holes on the top of the lay box as opposed to the side. And, you know, that makes sense because they don't kick the dirt out, but I like it on the side because then I know when to look for eggs. If the dirt isn't being kicked out, I don't know when to look for eggs. I'm not going to check every day. So when I have it on the side, yeah, it's a bitch because I got to clean up the dirt, but at least I know when they're going to lay eggs because I'll see all the dirt kicked out. It's an empty one. And our raptor female, she's getting ready to lay again probably. Yeah, but what you'll do is you'll check for eggs once you see the dirt kicked out, and then when you have your eggs, you want to put them in the incubator. I'll attach a picture of our incubator because it's up in my closet on top of my safe. and I don't really want to video my closet. So most time you can temperature sex your geckos by incubating them. I think it's like 81 to 83 or 4 is for females. 4 to 87-ish, I guess, is half and half, and then 87 to 90 or whatever is male. I always incubate for female. I keep it real low, 81 degrees. It takes a long time for them to hatch. Well, not long, but it's longer than for males. But at least I have the majority of my animals will be female. That way, if I don't sell them, I can house them together. Because you can't put 2 males together, obviously. But a lot of our stuff we have is snow. So when you deal with snow, you don't get that temperature sex. It's a coin flip. It doesn't really follow that rule. So yeah, I keep the females together. Together with the male for about a month until they're about to lay eggs, and I separate them. The females will continue to lay eggs from the initial breeding. You don't have to breed them each time. They do the deed one time, they should lay eggs for the rest of the season. But what I like to do is after like their second or third clutch, I put them with the male again. That way they can get another dose. You know what I mean? The eggs usually come 2 at a time. Sometimes you'll get 1, or you'll get 1 good one and 1 infertile one. And every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've had some females. One female laid 2 eggs, then 10 days later I got 2 more eggs. That's not typical. Usually it's 2 to 3 weeks throughout the course of the season. Like I said, the season is like late January, early February-ish until October. But I've never had females lay the entire time. They'll usually lay 3 or 4 months out of that range of months. And then, like I said earlier, my female started real early, the very beginning or end of January, and they're starting to taper off here in August. So that's pretty much it. Incubate your eggs 30 or 60-ish days, and then you'll have a rack full of babies. That is another video I'll do. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Doesn't require anything. They don't require to be cooled down or taken off food or any soft music and red wine or anything like that. No, put the male in there. He'll want to do his thing. That's it. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a shit ton of geckos. That's not even that much. We just traded off 3 and then sold 3 because my rack was getting tapped out. But pretty much it. Any questions, comments, requests for videos, comment below, and I'll answer your questions. Thank you.